So in the last section we talked about test-retest, internal consistency, or split half. And now then let's just briefly talk about interjudge reliability in regards to testing. Interjudge reliability refers to consistency of measurement when different people observe the same event or score the same test. So we might look at the scale that we use for IQ test or ACT. Because of the reliability of the ACT, we can discuss scores and have a point of reference. It's recommended that you make above a 21 composite on the ACT to be admitted to Southeastern, but that number only has meaning to us because students who make that score have consistently been able to produce the quality of work that we're looking for from our students. So if you've taken the ACT multiple times or listened to students talk that have done so, you will find out that without significant interventions, taking those workshops, etc., they pretty much make the same score each time, and they don't raise their scores in a significant manner. So that reliability is actually a good thing, even though I doubt the people taking the ACT over and over and not significantly raising their scores feel like it. But that means that the test has the interjudge reliability. So with our example of the scale, as long as it measures weight, those bathroom scales is a valid measure because it measures what it's supposed to measure. But in terms of tests, predictive validity suggests that a test should predict what it's supposed to predict. So the ACT claims to predict future success in college, and so if it's a valid measure, then there should be a really high correlation between the ACT and success in college. And that's also called criterion validity because it's related to some sort of outcome or criterion. A third part of our form of validity is construct validity, and that concerns whether a test adequately measures some type of construct and connects it directly with what is now a familiar measure to you or concept to you, the operational definition. So constructs are never observed directly because remember there are those intangible things, racism, hunger, those kinds of things. So we develop operational definitions for them as a way of investigating them empirically and then develop some kind of measure to measure them. Face validity is really not a form of validity at all, but face validity is something that we will hear about a lot because face validity concerns whether the measure seems valid to those people who are taking it. And it's important only in the sense that we want those taking our test or filling out our surveys to treat the task seriously. Most of the surveys found in popular magazines fit this category. What is your sex ratio, or are you the woman he wants you to be, or the man she's looking for? Those are kind of jokes, but they really can seem to have face validity even though they're not actually a valid measure. And note that validity assumes reliability, but the converse is not true. Measures can be reliable, but not valid. Does that make sense? You can hop on those scales every day and try to, assuming the scales were accurate, you could hop on them every day and try to measure your IQ, and you might get the same weight every day. But that doesn't have anything to do with your IQ, does it? So, and if I wanted to measure your IQ, I could ask to take your temperature. And from today till tomorrow, providing you don't get sick, I'm going to have a reliable measure of your IQ because your temperature is probably not going to change that much. So it's going to be reliable,